Okay, so first of all, the life of a UN commissioner in Afghanistan is very restricted. You cannot even roll down your car windows in traffic to buy anything or to speak to anyone. There were so many times Afghan colleagues, and Afghans are the most hospitable, incredibly sweet, incredibly generous, kind people.
Really?
Yes, and they would want you come home and
More than Ghanaians?
yes, come home and you could not go home because the security protocols just would not let you do that. They would have to, if an Afghan colleague wanted me to come for dinner, they would have to give advance notice. UN security would have to go to their house, check it out. And there were even times that they would tell us, you cannot go to the office this week, or we have to do this, we have to build another bunker. So it was a very rigorous security system, and for good measure. So, in terms of engagement with ordinary Afghans, I just want to create the context. It's very limited. But I would speak to the lady who cleans my rest accommodation. I will speak to the drivers. I'll speak to the people at work. I had a group of young daughters in the office, young ladies in their 20s. And every day after lunch, because you must have lunch with your Afghan colleagues, you must. They'll be very upset if you don't. So 12:30, you go for lunch. And by 1:30, when we come back to the office, this young ladies will be waiting for me. And that's where we used to engage and talk about life. And this one will say, I'm getting married. And I'll be like, I want to meet the guy I'm marrying. Kandahar boy, no, 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 I want to see him first, and that kind of thing. So there was that little community. So my perspectives of what the ordinary people want are from that community. And the average Afghan wants what the average Ghanaian wants. He wants a peaceful life. He wants the opportunity to earn a living. You want your children to go to school, have a good education. You want them to get jobs and be independent when they finish school. You want good health care. You want access to health, access to education. The same things we want. You want to be able to go out and have a nice day with your family and friends and get back home safely. So that's what they want. And it's not exactly what they were getting.
Okay.
And so when you talk to them, I'll give you two examples.
Go ahead.
There was one time there was a bomb blast. I can't remember who took responsibility for that at a wedding. And a couple of days later in the office, I was talking to one of the drivers, and he was saying another driver's brother had been involved, had been at that wedding and was injured. And he now told me a story about a young boy who was about 7, who had been at the wedding with his father and had gone up to his father and said he wanted some candies. And, he wanted money to go and buy the candies. And the father was like, no, I'm not going to buy you any sweets today. And the boy put his hand into his father's pocket. Those their robes.
Yeah.
To take out money to get and buy. You know how kids are to get and buy candies. And at that very moment, the explosion happened. So the father was unconscious, and when he woke up in hospital, of course, his first thought was, my son. So he kept asking, where's his son? And as they are taking the ropes, cutting the ropes off him to give him treatment, his son's severed hand is taken out of his ropes. Those stories keep you up awake at night.